So it appears that we are just about still in January, which means the January theme still stands, which at first I was actually tempted not to bother making a video at all, and just start fresh in February, because I felt like there was really nothing more I could talk about. However, this weekend I did go and see a film at the cinema, and technically this is the first new film I've seen at the cinema. By that I mean I did begin the year at the cinema seeing Star Wars The Last Jedi, but I had already seen that film the previous year. So technically this is the first film I've seen this year that I haven't already seen, I suppose. So I figured I could do a little bit of a movie review on that. And it was Coco, the Disney Pixar film. Now, I'd seen a few small trailers and a lot of clips, pictures, images and stuff like this leading up for it for quite a while. And it was one of those films I got kind of confused of when it was coming out, because it seemed that it was already out in America around November time, but it wasn't out in England until, well, recently. But I thought, well, it's a Disney film, it's a Disney Pixar film. They're usually good. I found that Disney Pixar have had a real good run of films. I can't think of any that that were really terrible, apart from maybe a couple of the sequels, like Cars 2. But I thought I would give it a go because it looks absolutely gorgeous. The film is just beautiful. The scenery, the sets, the cinematography and everything like that is absolutely pretty. But I didn't actually know too much about the plot. When I first saw pictures of it, I thought it was something to do with, I knew it had something to do with the Land of the Dead, and I thought it had something to do with Coco and his dog. I thought that was the key centre of it, and it's not. There is a dog in it, but he doesn't play as big a part as I thought he was going to. So the plot is, it's about Miguel, who, because of his great-grandfather leaving, who was to pursue music, his family is completely against music. They hate music. They refuses to let anyone play music. And it's all about making shoes. But Miguel obviously wants to play music. He plays a guitar. He wants to enter a talent contest. So he's big on music, but of course his family are against it. Kind of not an original setup, but you know, still cool. So he decides he's gonna play in this talent contest, and through stealing a guitar from one of his heroes, somehow that he ends up in the Land of the Dead. So he's crossed over into the Land of the Dead. And the dead come through across a bridge I can't pronounce it. It's a Mexican one. It's the Halloween. It's like Mexican version of Halloween, where all the dead come visit Earth and all that. Melis Mortes. Oh God, I can't remember I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, so he ends up in the Land of the Dead, and he needs to get the blessing of his family in order to go back to the living, and he needs to get it before sunrise. But at the same time, he doesn't want to go back under their conditions, because of course he finds his ancestors in the afterlife. So he's trying to find he's going on a quest to get permission from someone else. Anyway, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm being a bit careful. But the plot does kind of go here and everywhere. Even though there is a few predictable moments, I did predict a couple of things. There are a few things I didn't predict. And I didn't really know exactly where the story was necessarily going to go. And I like the fact that even though his family are very much against music and they make it so, you know, they come across quite harsh on it, you know that they've kind of got their reasons. You understand their reasons. And it's all about, it's a sort of battle between the importance of family and the importance of wanting to follow your own dreams, which in his case is to pursue music. So it's not a completely original idea, but the way they do it, like I said, it does go twist. You're not entirely sure where it's going all the time. You really get to explore some of this, the Land of the Dead, which is really, like I said, I love the design. It is such a cool, old-fashioned, but very Mexican sort of style. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the music in it is really good. Nothing really sticks in my head. There is the one song that's been nominated for an Oscar, the Remember Me one, which is kind of the big part, plays a big part in it. So yeah, I really loved the cinematography, the design of it, the world, everything. I thought all the voice actors were really good. The characters were really cool. It does have a bit of a surprise villain, like a lot of these more current Disney ones have. But again, it's done in a way that's fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't really dislike any of it. I didn't I didn't really get into it in any really big way until possibly near the end, when certain things start getting revealed and all that. And there is a cry moment at the end, which again I won't say anything about, but it was something that kind of hit me. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, because it really is one of those kind of emotional moments that really does get you, and it got me in a way that I don't really want to explain, but it has something to do with memories and how important memories are. And it just made me sort of think of my nan and the fact that she's 93 years old this year. She has such good memory for modern things as well as things in the past. And it's just that sort of thing that all of these memories are just going to disappear. And no one else, you know, because she's the oldest person in our family. So it kind of... But for the most part, yeah, that was a very emotional bit in the end. And overall, I really did like the film as a whole. I thought it was, like I said, beautiful music, beautiful sets. I say set, it's design, I suppose, the design of the world. Some people have been comparing it to Book of Life, but I've not seen Book of Life, so I have no idea. And yeah, overall, I was very happy with it. I will probably get it. I will get it when it comes out on DVD. I will be happily watch it again. Maybe not desperate to see it at the cinema again. I was satisfied with the film. I was happy and satisfied with the film. Like I say, not desperate to rush out and watch it again, but I definitely would get it, and I would definitely watch it again, and I would definitely recommend it. It was definitely I'm going to stop saying definitely now, but it was an enjoyable film, which I'm glad I got to see at the cinema. I don't really have any plans to see anything much. I don't know, I want to see Darkest Hour, because even though I'm not a huge World War II movie fan, or there's something about Gary Oldman's performance that from what I've seen from trailers that actually kind of makes me want to watch this, just for that really. Also, of course, Black Panther, which is a Marvel film. I'm not, usually when a Marvel film comes out, I am like, yes, can't wait. But because this is coming out before Infinity War, I just want Infinity War. That's the Marvel one that I'm hyped up for. Black Panther looks kind of cool and looks very action-packed. But because I know nothing about the character, because what we see of him in Civil War is pretty cool fighting style, but character-wise, we don't really know much about. We've only really seen him in a sort of dark point in his life, so we don't really know what he's like otherwise. So I'm looking forward to seeing what... I'm hoping to really like it. I'm hoping it's like Doctor Strange, because I didn't think I would like Doctor Strange. I genuinely had very little enthusiasm for Doctor Strange, so I'm glad that I really enjoyed it. And I'm hoping the same thing will happen with Black Panther, that I will be like, oh wow, yeah, this is actually really, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, next month, of course, is February, and I will actually save that, although it being February, I might be able to guess what the rough theme are. But like I said, I've got a few twists and a few ideas of what I want to do. So yeah, this video is probably going to be a bit shorter than my normal ones, but hey, I did give something new for the end of January, and it's been an interesting month. It's not been a bad month, but it's been a bit... I haven't gone anywhere much. I haven't done a lot this month, but then that's actually nice because the year does tend to get busier once I get to about April time. So yeah, I will see you next month.